All right, so let's talk about outsourcing your content creation. So the three methods we're going to talk about are freelancers and content writers, freelancer marketplaces, and content marketplaces. So freelancers and content writers, this is basically working one-on-one with someone who's going to be creating your content and managing them on an individual basis. So for this, we highly recommend ProBlogger.net's job board, and this is actually the method that we recommend the most over marketplaces or over content marketplaces. It's just so much better and so much easier. You get much better quality writers out of this. But basically, we want to do ProBlogger.net's job board, find a job post description that you like, customize it, and post it. It's going to take you less than 5 minutes. If you really want to write out your entire job post description and do all the qualifications and everything like that, you can. But if you want to shortcut it, make it really quick, just find a job description you like, customize it, and post it. Create a simple test to filter them down. For example, like writing 400 words on a topic with specifics that you have in mind, like the number of links that they should include, what image they should include. They should include like subheadlines and headlines in that 400 words, things like that. Or a really easy way to do it is to ask for 2 market relevant samples that are posted under their name. So if you're looking to hire a writer for a marketing agency, ask them for 2 relevant samples in maybe like the Facebook advertising space that are posted underneath their name. That's going to make sure that you're getting a writer who understands the content and the topic that you're writing about. It's also going to allow you to filter down people who can write actionable content for you. The one thing with this, expect to pay 10 cents to 30 cents for good quality content. That's on the relatively low end. It's kind of the mid to low end. Some content writers ask for 50 cents a word and they're absolutely awesome, but 10 to 30 cents will get you a really good quality content writer for the purposes of content that you want to rank. If you're writing content that's supposed to be like internal content within your company, you're going to have a bit of a tough time. Usually you have to pay them a lot more because they have to do a lot of research, and obviously every word is actually well researched and it takes a lot more time. The freelancer marketplaces, Upwork, Freelancer, all of those type of sites, the quality is kind of all over the place. You get really good people, really bad people, but again, you're really going to expect to pay about 10 to 30 cents per word for really good quality content, possibly more with platform fees. It really just depends what type of writer you find there. I tend to look for writers based out of Canada and the US or the UK. If I'm looking on Upwork or Freelancer, it just kind of takes away all those little agencies that say they're based in a different country, but they're actually just out of India and they don't have a lot of native speakers, things like that. But qualifying through freelancer marketplaces is usually a lot more straightforward. You can make it really easy and just say, I'm only accepting applications that have portfolio content, and that content has to match the market that we're going after. So you can make it a little bit easier on yourself there. So content marketplaces, Contently is one of the bigger ones. Textbroker, Zayers, there's tons of them, like scripted.com, there's just a lot of them. We highly recommend Textbroker. Out of all the ones we've tested quite a few. It has the best ratio of cost to quality. So Contently is really good, but it's really, really expensive, especially if you're trying to create long form content and they make you pay platform fees and all this other stuff. Textbroker, really simple. You can go 1-to-1 as their DIY platform. The cost is set per word based on quality that you want. So I think it works out to about 8 cents a word for the highest quality possible. And then if you really want to scale, it scales really, really well. But it gives you the fastest turnaround time, and often you can hire a writer and editor on one of these content marketplaces at the same time. So like Zayers offers that as a very seamless solution where you hire someone to write content. Immediately after the content's written, it prompts you and says, hey, do you want to get a writer to edit this for you, an editor to edit this for you, and what elements do you want edited? Do you just want it like SEO optimized? Do you want links put in? Do you want formatting put in? Do you want just like basic fact checking? It's relatively good on that respect, but still, again, we recommend Textbroker. It's just that little bit better. And content marketplaces scale really, really well. Most of these places have thousands and thousands of content writers, and in any market, you'll find at least 10 or 20 content writers. So it's really, really awesome. The only issue with content marketplaces is guidelines are not always followed to the greatest extent. So while we outline some guidelines in the processes video, they won't follow all of those. There's a good chance you're going to get that article back and they're going to have missed some things. So there is going to be a bit of time for yourself or an editor on your end to make a little bit of adjustment to it, but it scales really well, and for the price, you can't really beat it. Scaling notes, as you scale, inevitably you'll be using all three of these channels, or potentially 2 out of 3, or maybe you can do it with 1 out of 3, but I've never really seen it done that way. So even with the companies that we work with, where they output about 2 articles a week, up to an article a day, we have more than one channel being leveraged for content writers. So a lot of them don't have anybody internally. So we work with freelancers, and then we work with content marketplaces to fill the gaps. But make sure that you create a process for keeping track of all of this and keeping track of deadlines and things like that, because it's really easy for that to all fall apart really, really fast. The easiest way to do it that I've found is keep everything simple. Set one deadline for all of your writers and just say, every 25th of the month, deliver all the content for the next month. And it'll make it a lot easier for yourself for managing payments as well, because you only have to pay everybody once a month. Makes it really, really simple on you.